Hey guys, James Wolf here, and today is another episode of Nancy Drew and the Phantom of Venice. Where we left off, I believe we just got the code, and we just finished placing all the bugs. So...
I haven't done that.
I'm staying in the
I
car.
haven't done that.
I'm going through the list here.
I haven't done that.
Fungo's computer.
Still have to do that.
I'm gonna go to here. This place. By the heels. This. Alright. Now we head back to... here. I'm gonna try and get into the club, so... I do believe it's him.
Hello,
I
Nancy.
don't remember.
Do you live here at the car?
No, I have a room in a building on the other side of the Grand Canal. A very small room. But I spend so much time here and so little time there, I suppose technically I do live here.
Alright. Sorry, I was taking a drink.
I need to get going.
Cheerio!
Pip pip cheerio and all that jazz. Oh.
So, I noticed someone got a box of chocolates. You perhaps? From a secret admirer?
They're not for me. They're for someone named Il Dottore.
I thought that was someone's special name for you. How disappointing. Especially since I was going to ask you if I could have a piece. I'm starving. So, how do you like Venice?
Oh, it's
It's
incredible.
incredible.
I think Venice is the most fascinating city in the world. Its history, its art, its layout, everything about it is so rich and so beautiful, and there's so much about human ingenuity. I absolutely love it.
The only reason Venice is the way it is because it started fucking sinking. Human engineering, yeah! After the buildings started sinking, they're like, shit. What do we do? Seriously though, in a large number of buildings in Venice, if you go down far enough, you will reach water. They just, I do believe they just keep them locked off because most of the buildings are under fucking water.
Have you ever thought about living here?
I have indeed. In fact, every time I come here, I make an effort to meet new people. Having friends is very important to me, you see? But I don't want to move here until I can afford my own palazzo. So, until that day, I shall have to content myself with staying here wherever I can and as often as I can.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a journalist. Right now, I live in Hamburg because that's where the offices of Your Event magazine are. I do most of my writing for them. But I know far more about Venice than I do about Hamburg. In fact, I know more about Venice than most Venetians do. I know where the best souvenir stands are, the nicest glass shops. Here, I'll make you a list of the cheapest cafes.
No, that's okay. You don't need to do that.
You don't want to know where the cheapest cafes are? Are you sure you're American?
I'm just not into touristy things, that's all.
I see.
Oh, but you could tell me what your very favorite spot in Venice is. I'd love to know that.
Oh, well, let me think. That would have to be Campo San Paolo. There's something, I don't know, something very avant-garde about it that's quite charming.
I'll come back later, okay?
It's been a pleasure. Pretty locket.
Thank you. My boyfriend gave it to me.
Boyfriend. You do have it all, don't you, Nancy Drew?
Still have to do that. Did that.
I do like checking
What
off the
else?
thing.
I'll leave you to your writing.
Have fun.
I do like to check things off because if you just leave the list, it's just like, what did I do? What didn't I do?
Hello, Nancy.
How
Hello,
long have you lived
Nikki.
here?
Almost 2 years. 2 wonderful but very expensive years. The city expects homeowners like me to maintain these old buildings. But who pays for everything? We do. The Restoration Council gives us nothing, not one single euro. It is criminal.
Miss Rutherford, Prudence, she led me to believe you had a lot of money.
You miss the point. Just because I can afford to pay does not mean I should. It is the principle. It is the principle of the thing. Besides, being rich is something I like. If I am all the time spending money, I will soon be unrich.
You mean middle class or poor?
I met the guy who's restoring the big mosaic in the main room. He's pretty intense.
Colin Baxter? I do not know how any man can find happiness looking at pieces of painted rock all day. Talking to him, it's like taking a sleeping pill. Que barba. But they say he is good, and so he works for me.
Who are they?
Everyone I know. All my friends own castles like this one. And since something is always in need of repair, we are constantly on the lookout for good workmen. And when we find them, we trade them back and forth like you Americans trade recipes for cookies. Olivia von Hellstein raved about the work he did for her. And what is good enough for the Countess of Schlosselbeck is more than good enough for me.
My roommate, Helena Berg. Does she stay here a lot?
This is the first time. I met her at a party which Rosetta del Bene gave. When Elena found out where I lived, she practically begged me to let her stay here. And with Rosetta standing right there, well, I could not say no.
Why was she so insistent about staying here?
She said it was because the Nas Costa is so centrally located. Which it is, altroché. But I think it was because I am so centrally located. She is what you call a social climber. Always asking me about parties. When they are, where they are, who is invited, what should she wear, whose name should she say to get in. Che schifo! The upper class of Venezia is closed to outsiders. Elena is full of voglio, this is true, but she will never be one of them. Us.
Who is Il Dottore?
Dottore means doctor. What doctor are you talking about?
There's a box of chocolates downstairs for Il Dottore.
Someone must have left them here by mistake.
Has anything else for Il Dottore ever been delivered here?
I am up here all day. Something gets delivered, something does not get delivered. I do not know. I do not care.
I shall
I'll
stop pestering you.
you now.
Ciao.
Jesus Christ. The woman owns the house, hates repairing it, and is fucking oblivious to what happens.
Hello, Nancy.
I need to get
Alright.
going.
Ciao.
Sorry. I like having the mixer up, but at the same time, it windowed mode, it's really fucking easy to click. Now let's see if I can get into the club. Propane.
Ciao! Antonio, come stai?
Bene, bene, tu come stai?
Looks like
Molto
that's it.
bene, ma ti ho visto anche ieri.
Sì, sì, sì,
I
ci
need
vediamo
to
sempre
translate
perché facciamo la
this.
stessa strada.
Sì. Ciao!
Ciao.
We have received your request for a temporary employee and recommend our star pupil Samantha Quick. I understand you are currently involved in a project and will thereby send her your way sometime after Carnival, so that you may recognize her. Samantha will be wearing a red dress, white gloves, black sunglasses, and have blonde hair. I need to get the sunglasses. Of course I do. You know, I'm gonna go grab the sunglasses and I'll be right back. My pager just beeped. Oh, he's back in his office. Okay. Alright, let's try this. Nancy's dressed up in a red dress, blonde wig, white gloves, and black sunglasses with red heels. The red heels are just to match.
What is your name?
Samantha Quick.
You are early, but please come in. Enrico is at the scopa table.
Scopa.
Ah, sono Enrico Tazza. Benvenuta a Venezia.
I'm sorry, but if it's all right with you, I'd prefer to speak English.
Of course, whatever you wish. What a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting you until after Carnevale.
I know, but I just couldn't wait to get started.
So, you're not only young and attractive, but enthusiastic as well. Tell me more about yourself, Samantha.
Well, I'm from the States, as you can tell, and I'm going to school in Switzerland, and now I'm here. And I think that's all that matters, don't you? Because frankly, telling my life story to someone wearing a mask is just a little too freaky for me.
I understand. Besides, having never met you before, I would have no way of knowing if what you tell me is a lie or the truth. I always wear the same costume for Carnevale. Why? Because I'm a very superstitious man. I believe that always doing things a certain way brings good fortune. For instance, I never discuss business with anyone unless and until that person beats me at the game of Scopa. Are you familiar with the game?
Never heard of
of it.
It's a card game, very popular in Venice. We play it with the traditional Italian deck of 40 cards. There are 4 suits in a Scopa deck: coins, cups, swords, and clubs. Each suit has 10 cards. 7, the most valuable card. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and ace. There are also 3 face cards: valet, knight, king. When you are taking tricks during the game, each card is worth what it says, with a valet worth 8, a knight 9, and a king 10. However, for scoring at the end of the game, 7s are the most valuable, followed by 6s, aces, 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, then all face cards. For scoring, these are called primes. To play the game, 3 cards are dealt to each player, then 4 cards are placed face up in the play area. If 3 kings appear, the cards are redealt. The player who did not deal the cards goes first. When it is your turn, you must play 1 card and 1 card only from your hand. Now, you have a 2 and there is a 2 in the play area. So you will play your 2 and take a trick. I discard a valet worth 8. You cannot make a match, so you discard your 3. I discard the 2. Now, because you have a knight in your hand, which is worth 9, and there is a 6 and a 3 in the play area, 6 plus 3 equals 9, which means you have a match and you take a trick. I discard my ace, and because we are both out of cards, I deal us both 3 more cards. Ah, you have a 7 in your hand. You also have an ace, which is worth 1, a 4, and a 2 in the play area, which add up to 7. 2, but there is also a 7 in the play area. So, which do you match with your 7? The 3 cards that add up to 7, or the 7? The rules say when presented with such a choice, you must take the trick by collecting the single card. And so, you match your 7 card with the 7 card in the play area and take a trick. I make a match with the valet and take a trick. You have yet another 7 in your hand. Now, you match it with the ace, the 4, and the 2 and take a trick. And since you have taken the last card in the play area, you say Scopa and get a point. We continue to play by discarding and taking tricks until all 40 cards have been played. At that point, we count the points we have won by taking tricks and getting Scopas. The first person to get 11 or more points wins. If no one has 11 or more points, the deck is shuffled, the other person deals, and we play another round. Are you ready to play?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time, just in a little less of an Italian accent so I can understand? Seriously, I'm listening to this dude go through the rules like, he lost me after the first bit. But I kind of get it, you match and go, and
You
there we go.
bet.
You kind of match, and when you're the one that clears out the area, you say Scopa and go. I kind of get it. There we go. Okay. I'm just gonna skip through this, so I'll see you guys at the other end.
And because you beat me, we can finally talk
So
business.
apparently,
I have a client who desires
it took
a
me about
Sada
20
Black
minutes.
Sapphire. Have you heard
all
of it?
in all, it took me about 20 minutes to play Scopa. So, let's see.
Of course.
The Sadal Milek is said to be the largest and most beautiful star sapphire in all of Europe. As you probably know, its current owner is a man named Vladimir Thanatos, who keeps it at the Palazzo Zateri, guarded by one of the most sophisticated security systems ever devised. Even someone with your youthful energy and talent will find stealing it a challenge. Which is why I suggest you contact Gina as soon as possible.
Gina, good idea.
The more time you give her, the more details on the system she will be able to give you. There, business is over. Back to pleasure. Do you have time for another game of Scopa?
I would actually love to play. No, I'm being honest here. I love Scopa. Believe it or not, it's actually quite fun. Once you get into the grind of things, I may just literally record a game of nothing but Scopa. So, no, I better
I'd
get going.
better get going.
Good luck, Samantha. As soon as you have the sapphire, bring it to me.
But that is another video idea I'm going to be doing. And actually, I may be recording it right now because I'm going to leave this one off here. I had a lot of fun. with this one so far. and I hope to continue it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I shall catch you guys in the next video. Have a great, wonderful day. Bye-bye.